Hey crafty friends, it's Joy here for Honeybee Stamps. For my project today, I'm going to be sharing some coordinating products, and it's the Grandma's Christmas Tree embossing folder, stencils, and dies. So here's the dies, and here's the embossing folder, and the coordinating stencils. And then I'm going to use another stencil for the background, which is called Under the Mistletoe. It's super, super pretty. Now, I am starting with this die. This die punches little slits in it, and I actually ended up not needing this one. I still used it, it didn't matter, but the other die is a solid tree, so these little slits, you could slide in the little candles, and they can sit on the tree. But I decided to use the little Christmas lights instead, but it's not a problem that it has those little holes. So you're going to die cut your tree first. Again, this is the Grandma's Christmas tree. You're going to die cut it first. Then use your embossing folder to tape it in place, because this is how you're going to get all of that good dimension and detail. If you emboss it first and die cut after, you're going to smush all that detail in your die cutting machine. Look at all that. It's so 3D. It's so gorgeous. And you can also see you can emboss the star here, which I did end up not doing because I forgot, but you could do that. Now here is the Grandma's Christmas Tree coordinating stencils. There's 3 stencils. I'm just going to be using 2 of them, and I'm using Distress Oxide ink in Iced Spruce. Is that what I used? Yes. And I'm just using a really tiny blender brush from Honeybee Stamps. I am starting at the top of the open area in the stencil. That's where it's the darkest. And then I'm just lightly blending out and not blending the whole tips of the trees. And so I have my second stencil. I put it back on here because I totally forgot to record this. And I'm doing the other 2 sections of the Christmas tree. There's the Christmas base at the bottom. I'm actually going to trim that off, so I'm not going to ink blend that. But the tips of the trees look white, which is what I wanted, and then there's a shadow part. I want it to look like there's snow on the tree, so that's why I left it that way. Then I have some gold thread in my stash. I'm going to tape it onto the back, and then I'm just going to wrap this around. This will be the string that holds my Christmas lights on. So I'm going to tape that in place, trim off the excess. I die cut the little Christmas bulbs from gold mirror cardstock along with the Christmas star, and the star has a little base at the bottom. I trimmed that off as well. So now let's put our little Christmas lights on. I'm just going to add little dots of glue. Then I can use my reverse tweezers, and I'm going to tuck the little lights underneath the thread. I'm keeping this really simple by just doing the gold theme. But obviously you could color these lights any way you want them. You could die cut them from white cardstock and then color them with like a Copic marker or like a Karen marker, a Zig clean color rail brush marker, colored pencils, anything like that if you wanted like a fun, colorful bunch of Christmas lights. But I just wanted to keep it kind of elegant, so I kept it elegant and simple with just gold mirror cardstock. And as I go down, I'm going to add more lights. So the top part of the tree has 2, then 3, then 4, and then this bottom part has 5. And then, like I said, I'm going to just trim that base off at the bottom. I'll just use my scissors and trim around the bottom part of that tree. Let's get this last one in place, and then I can trim that off. Now we're also going to create a background with the Under the Mistletoe stencil, and that is a 3-piece stencil as well. And so we're going to do a little bit of ink blending with that. There's that pretty star that we popped on top. Okay, so a piece of white cardstock. I have this trimmed down slightly smaller than an A2 size, and I'm going to start with the first stencil, and this is the leaves. I have the Aspen from Simon Says Stamp. They're positively saturated ink. Aspen is the lightest color in this color family, and then I'm going to do Sage for the next little sets of leaves. And when you line up the next stencil, there is little marks of these leaves here, so you're just going to line these leaves up with that, and then you'll have the other area that you can stencil. Then the third stencil is going to have the berries, or the mistletoe berries, I guess. And I'm going to do those in red. Now this background is pretty bright compared to the Christmas tree, which I did again with the Iced Spruce Distress Oxide ink. So what I'm going to do to soften this background is add a piece of vellum. So I think that's a good kind of tip to have when you don't want your background to be super bright, or you just want to tone it down or soften it, which is what I want to do, is kind of soften it, is add a piece of vellum on top, and you can have this nice colorful background, but then soften it with that vellum. So that's what we're going to do here. But let's get this third stencil into place. And then I'm going to use, I decided to use cherry ink from Simon Says Stamp. They're positively saturated ink. And then I can blend in all of the little berries on here. And this is a really cute, pretty stencil. I think it's gorgeous that it makes like this really fun patterned paper. So let's finish blending that down. And then we can kind of get this card put together. Then I have a fun ink to show you as well that's brand new from Honeybee Stamps. So here's the vellum. I have from my stash some gold metallic watercolor, and I'm just going to splatter this all over that vellum piece. And I did take my heat tool to it just to get this to dry, or you can just set it aside if you don't want any warping whatsoever. Now this piece of vellum is trimmed down 1/4 of an inch smaller than an A2 size, so it's the same size as that stenciled background piece. I want my Christmas tree to have some dimension, so I am going to add some foam tape behind it. And something that I like to do when I'm using vellum is to adhere my adhesive to my focal point. So in this case, it's the tree, and I will adhere that to the vellum piece. I'm going to center that. Now I can hide and know where to place my other adhesive, so this can be adhered to my stenciled background. So I'm just going to use a little bit of liquid glue right behind the tree, because that's the only place that you're not going to see any of the adhesive. So I'm just going to put that in place and adhere that down. I don't mind that my vellum is not going to be completely flat. I think that's kind of the charm of adding a vellum piece to the top of your card. I want to stamp my sentiment from Jingle All the Way, and it says "'Tis the Season," and I'm stamping it in the new gold metallic ink from Honeybee Stamps. So if you don't want to heat emboss like with gold or anything like that, you can use this ink. There's also a silver, and it is so, so pretty. Obviously, I'm using the coordinating die to die cut out the sentiment. I do want the sentiment to have foam tape, and I'm going to place that across the tree. But isn't that gold ink just so, so gorgeous? I love it. So let me pop that in place. And then this is done. I'm not going to add any sequence to it because we've got that gold splatter, which I think kind of brings in the sparkle. You've got the fun background, and of course the gorgeous, gorgeous Christmas tree, the Grandma's Christmas tree. Thank you guys so very much for stopping by and watching. I hope that you like this project, and I hope that you feel inspired. I hope you guys also have a really wonderful day. Bye.